Everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be looking at this problem called group anagrams on LeetCode. Just want to say that if you like the content here, please subscribe and comment. Leave feedback. It really helped me churn out better videos, and yeah, I really appreciate the support. And this channel is really about us growing together, and so the feedback and comments would really help me make better content. Second thing is I made a post on my website about this problem, and it will be slightly different than what you see in this video, in that I'll post what kind of mistakes that I made while I was solving this problem and how to avoid those mistakes. So if you guys think that's helpful, let me know in the comments, and if hit the like button if you like this video, and please subscribe if you would like to support me. Well, without further ado, let's begin. We see this problem is group anagrams, and we're given an array of strings, and we want to group the anagrams together. Now, definition of an anagram is that there's, for each letter in the word, let's say a set of anagrams, let's take a pair, we'll take tan and nat. This pair is an anagram because each letter, A, N, and T, the count is 1. And so what we can do with this information, once we understand what an anagram is that we can proceed and see that if we sort all the letters, say we take tan and so you have tan and nat, once sorted, we have A and T and A and T. And we know that we want to group the anagrams together for the final output. So if we sort, then we're able to use this as a way to make a group. And so one way to quickly do that is to use a hash map, where sorted letter is the key and the value is list of words in that anagram set. So the way I came up with this was by seeing anagram coding interview questions before. I think first time I saw it, I was kind of confused on how I could do it. But thinking about the definition of anagrams really helps, and doing problems that are similar really helps as well. And so we have this idea of creating a hash map. So that's one of the first things. And now we can write out in comments what the solution would be. And so we want to make a hash map. And we want to iterate through list of words. And then for each word, sort the letters and use this to be the key. Use sorted letters as key. Value is list of is appended to list in hash map. Once we do that, we have we have a bunch of keys in the hash map, and then we have the values, and now we need to unpack from the hash map. So unpack hash map. And the way we do that is iterate through keys of hash map. For each key, append value to results. And so we see that we also need to make results array, and then in the end, return results array. So see here we have tan and nat. So after this part of the code, we will have a hash map. Oh, I suppose the comments, it can only happen once. Well, this is part 1. This is part 2. see after part 1, we'll have hash map. We'll just use this as an example, small example. So hash map ant, and then the values will be tan and nat. And then in part 2, we want to unpack. So we have results, and it will have tan. Nat. Let's run through the code. Well, run through the comments, make sure it works. So we make a hash map, then we iterate through the list of words. In each word, we sort the letters, use the sorted letter as key, so that's right here. And then the values append into the list in the hash map. So first we get tan, then we get ant later, or nat later. And then part 2, we make the results array. So we unpack the hash map by iterating through keys of hash map. So that would be, we iterate through ant, we get ant, then hash map of ant, we get tan and nat, and we append that to results, and then we return results array. All right, so first thing is we make a hash map, and one thing that's pretty nice is to use default dict. This way, for the first time a key is created, let's say the first time we see tan, first time we see anagram that begins in the set ant, because that's what the anagram set will be once you sort, that's the key. We want to append, and it will error if no list is initialized, but default dict will have that initialized. So first thing is hash map equals default dict list. One other thing to keep note of is when you type functions and write variables, make sure to check with the function declaration to see if things are referenced. So for default dict, this is not referenced because I have to import it. And so I import it from collections, import default dict. Now we iterate through the list of words. STRS, that is list of words. And then for each word, we sort the letters. I see, one off. Take value equals word, or key equals word. We know we want to append the value, so it would be hash map of key dot append word. So the other thing is that we need to sort. So key.sort seems very reasonable. However, the one thing is that strings cannot be sorted in Python. Only lists can be sorted. And then, so here we change it to a list so we could sort. But then lists are not hashable in Python. So we need to change it back to a string because strings are hashable in Python. And then we need to make a results array. Part 1, part 2 is just there so I can reference the above comment. We don't really need it. Now we're unpacking the hash map. We understand that, so we can remove it. We go through the hash map, we do dot keys, and now we get all the keys. And we append to the results. We append the values to the results. And lastly, we return the results. All right, let's look through the code, make sure everything is good. Well, default dict takes in a function, and that's what will be initialized when we see the key for the first time. All right, should be good. Let's see. All right, looks like it's submit. All right, so one thing to talk about is space complexity and runtime. And so space complexity, we have O of n times k, where n is number of words in strings, and k is longest number of letters in strings. In a word in strings. All right, and then run time. Since we are sorting, we have n log n times k. And then beyond the sorting, we're iterating through all the keys and all the words, which worst time would be n. So overall, this is O of n log n k. All right, well, that's everything for today. Hope you guys learned and had as much fun as I did. Please check out my website if you want to see more materials on how to improve for this problem. And yeah, you can also check out my website for other things. Please subscribe and comment, leave feedback. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one.